Color definitely evokes an emotional reaction to the viewer. That's why businesses spend thousands of dollars determining the colors for their logos, offices, and reception areas. Emotion is an important part of a massage environment where clients they come to relax, rejuvenate, and forget their cares. If your color doesn't match your services, it's like rubbing two very rough surfaces together. In practice, there are different meanings in various cultures for shades of colors. So, well, in one environment, it might be considered to mean life. In another environment, it might represent death. So it depends on your culture, and you must keep that in mind as well. So generally, bright colors energize, pastels calm. You know, your reds, your primary colors like red, yellow, and green perk people up and spur them into action. Probably not ideal for a massage environment, but then again, if you're using it as highlights, it could be very, very useful. So what is the psychological impact of color? You know, choosing the right one for the right impression is an important consideration. And how much of it do you use? So our choices, we've got a wide range. We've got a variety of shades within these colors. So we're going to discuss about the various colors themselves. And from that, hopefully you can make some decisions about what you are going to choose for your clinic room. So for instance, light yellow stands for intellect, freshness, joy, where a duller, softer yellow stands for caution, decay, sickness, and jealousy. Too much yellow has a disturbing effect. So for instance, let's look at this. Yellow is, yes, it is the color of sunshine. It has a warm effect to the viewer, and it can arouse cheerfulness and stimulates mental activities. It's a good attention grabber. So that's why you've got, your cabs in New York are yellow. But it's important that you use it selectively. So too much yellow can have a very disturbing effect. If it's used within some other tones that tone it down, it's useful. It has great value. So reds, they stand for joy, sexuality, passion, sensitivity, and love. Dark reds stand for vigor, willpower, rage, anger, leadership, courage, longing, malice, and wrath. Pink stands for romance, love, and friendship. Now, what's your first impression of these rooms? You've got the top one has a very strong element of pink. It's going to obviously suit a more feminine person. So if this person's offering like beauty therapy, facials, nails, things like that, it's more suitable for that. I'm not seeing a male would be attracted to this environment necessarily. And how much is too much of a color? So is it overwhelming? I see she's got a curtain that draws between, which is actually very nice. It would help to break up some of this. And the one below, you can see the pink is kind of used as a highlighting to bring interest into the room. And so it's effective that way without being too overpowering. So blue, light blue stands for health, healing, tranquility, understanding, softness. Dark blue stands for knowledge, power, integrity, seriousness. You will typically find a lot of clinics when you are trying to attract both male and female will have these tones. I find a lot of sports massage therapists like to choose this color because it's quite an intellectual, professional color, and so it kind of supports what it is that they're trying to get across, which is the seriousness and the information, the knowledge base treatment that they're offering. In general, Blue is associated with the sea, the sky. It has a calming effect and helps people to relax. So it can be used to integrate cleanliness into your design. It's linked to the consciousness and intellect, so you can also use it to suggest precision. And it's a very masculine color, so while you can make some highlights in the room with other types of blues to make it more feminine, it's a very masculine. So if you are trying to cater to both genders, then this would be an ideal color. And you can see in here there's the different ways you can use it. And the top left has used it with a bit of yellow, and the bottom has made it so it's actually quite a feature wall in the background. Greens, dark greens stand for ambition, greed, jealousy. In this instance, it could be a negative. Yellowish green stands for sickness, cowardice, discord, jealousy. Olive green stands for peace. So even though it's classified as green, green has a very wide spectrum of association. Green is the color of nature and has a healing power. It can help to improve your vision skills, stands for freedom, and helps to spread safety and positive messages. Use a darker version of color for products and messages in the financial world, but is in the therapeutic world. Some of these greens within your clinic can be bring that earthy tone to your room. So here it's been used in yin yang situation. It works. It's not too in your face, although that's a very, very strong mural that's on that wall. And the plants kind of get lost against the green. Green plants against green don't usually work. I would have taken those plants and put them elsewhere. But works. They've toned it down a bit with the browns. So again, creating that earthy element in this room. Orange, generally associated with joy, sunshine, enthusiasm, fascination, happiness, creativity. It's also a color of determination, attraction, success, encouragement. It stimulates, it's cheerful. It's an affordable color, and can be quite aggressive, and it's often associated with food, Halloween, things like that. It's a combination between energy of red and the happiness of yellow. It can increase oxygen supply to the brain to produce an invigorating effect. It is often connected with healthy food and is able to stimulate the appetite. Like red, orange has a high visibility, so you can use it to catch attention and highlight important elements within a room. So the dark orange stands for deceit and distrust. Red orange stands for desire, sexual passion, pleasure, domination, aggression, thirst for action. Gold stands for illumination, wisdom, wealth, and high quality. You can see in these two rooms, and the right one is a very powerful, strong room. It's definitely giving off a specific message. It's strong. I love the door. I think that big wooden door is amazing, but it's very strong. So as a relaxing room, I'm not sure that makes it. And the one on the left is kind of interesting. They've done a little bit of fun here, so I would say, this is a rock climber where things have gone a wee bit wrong there. This to me probably is a little bit more to do with a therapy sports clinic rather than a relaxation clinic. Then you've got your purple. Light purple stands for romantic, nostalgic feelings. Dark purple stands for gloom, sad feelings, and frustration. It's a color that's often associated with royalty, power, nobility. It's luxurious. There's ambition and wealth associated with it, and extravagance. Wisdom, dignity, independence, creativity, mystery, magic, elegance, sophistication. These are just some of the words that quite often associate with purple. A combination between the stability of blue and the energy of red. It's interesting, the results of a survey show that almost 75% of young children prefer purple to all colors. A light version of purple is good for a feminine design. You know, it's quite a romantic, nostalgic feeling that purple produces. But at the same time, you got to be careful with it because it can produce gloom, sad feelings. The picture on the right is, even though those are dark colors, it's interesting because with the taupe colors and the lighter shades of white, it actually, in my mind, it works. It's really quite nice and elegant. Brown. Now, light brown stands for friendliness, honesty. Dark brown stands for sadness and depression. Beige stands for reliability, loyalty, and regularity. So you've got a couple of clinic rooms here that have taken these colors, and they're quite, even though, you know, it says, it talks about depression or more, you know, sadness and, you know, it's got quite a heaviness to it. Used correctly, and it instills that friendliness, the honesty, the loyalty. It is a very relaxing, earthy color, and it instills confidence in you know, just basically it instills confidence. It's reassuring. Black in general associated with power, elegance, formality, death, evil, mystery, sophistication, strength, illegality, depression, morbidity, and it's a nighttime color. We often associate black with fear and death, so be careful when you use it for your design to avoid too much of it. So right here, they both, I think, have gotten pretty good balance between the lighter colors and darker. It's a very formal color, so depending on what it is that you want to, you know, bring in association with who you are and what your therapies are, this is a very strong design, and therefore, in some circles, this will not be a color that will be easily embraced. White, in general, associated with light, goodness, innocence, purity, virginity, perfection, cleanliness, newness, peace, innocence, simplicity, sterility, snow, and ice, and cold. So here we have a room that's used a lot of white, but she's kind of toned it down with her more neutral colors on the wall. And then the outside environment comes in with the green, and then she's highlighted it with the sort of the pretty blues here. But it is a little bit, well, it works for her, and I think it's a very beautiful room. For me, I would like a little bit more color, but it is a very professional look. It's a very clean look. Maybe a bit too sterile, maybe a bit too much of a perfectionist, but that's easily taken care of once you put towels fully out, and you might have a cushion here and there that would work to soften it up a bit. Summary: consider the range of services that you offer. So is it that you're more of a sports massage therapist? Do you offer more the holistic range of therapies? Are you more mindful? So in other words, are you bringing in Eastern philosophies? Or is it more the Western approach? So whatever it is that you offer, take that in consideration and choose these colors in association with what services you offer. What sort of environment do you want to create in all of this is important. Choose a basic color and then add your highlights to it. Don't try to be too overpowering. I mean, there are some rooms that I've seen that are really strong with their color. I'm not sure that allows anybody to relax when you have a room that's completely heavy with one color. There is no breath or space for anybody to escape that color, especially if they don't like it. Research on the internet for ideas. Choose out what things, kind of tick your boxes, and then work from that. Ask others for their feedback, clients, friends. Show them the palette of colors that you might be choosing. Show them some of the, if you're like me, I make up storyboards where I take pictures and I put them on a board, and then I'll print that up and hand it to people and go, okay, so which ones do you have a tendency to gravitate towards, and for what reasons? So I get a fair amount of feedback from my clients before I make that decision. So right now at the moment I have two end walls are a very soft blue, and the other walls are just sort of a creamy white, not stark white. And then the rest of my base colors are navy, but then I have lots of highlight with my colors, with the blues, the various blues, and then my pictures have like rainbow colors in them. So I brought in a whole range of colors, but in a very subtle way. So don't be afraid to experiment a little bit, but at the same time, get the feedback from others, and certainly bring into the forum your thoughts. And if you've already got a room and you want to post it on the website and ask for feedback, please do. And it'd be interesting to see what kind of changes and transformations you make. I love the befores and the after pictures, and so please do feel free to post some of these for us. Okay, until the next time I talk to you in another module, have a good day.